Happy Wednesday, it's Tara here. And if you are a type A personality or very organized, or some may even call you a control freak, raise your hand. This video is for you guys today. And I'm speaking from experience because I am definitely guilty of all of those things. So I'm specifically talking today about how if you have a personality like that and you're not happy with where you're at in your health journey, inside your body, you're not confident, all things like that. I want to talk about how the type A personality is actually working against you and how we can help to let it work for you without entirely changing who you are. Okay? If we haven't met yet, I'm Tara, like I said, and I help women get healthy, fit, and strong. It is the coolest job. I'm very blessed to be able to do this. I work virtually with women, so I work with women from all over the country, and I help them work on their nutrition and their fitness, and a lot of that real tangible, science-based, evidence-based things. But also we get a lot into like emotional eating and lifestyle changes and mindset, like we're going to be talking about today. Okay, so I believe we got to put it all together. It's not just the nutrition, it's not just the fitness, it's not just the way you're living your life, and it's not just up here. It's really kind of all of those things. So quick background on me, if we really haven't met yet. I'm a registered nurse, specifically in the field of women's health, and I am certified as a health coach, a nutritionist, and a personal trainer. So that's sort of my, boring educational background. So, all right. Most of the people that follow me, that watch these videos, they are successful women who either are climbing the ranks in their career, or they have their own business, or they're starting their own business, or maybe they've decided to be stay-at-home moms and just really dive into that. And we all know what that comes with, a lot of work, right? It's the hardest job in the world. So you're on top of like your kid's social calendar and all the activities and RSVPing to the events and buying all the gifts, and if they need a certain outfit by Thursday to wear to school, you already know that you've got to wash that thing by Tuesday so it can hang and dry in time, and all of those little details that come on top of what everyone already thinks about moms doing, right? People are already thinking about moms in the conventional, typical way, if you're a stay-at-home mom, about the laundry and the cooking and the cleaning and all that stuff. But a lot of people don't think about that emotional toll that it takes if you're a mom. And look, you could be a stay-at-home dad doing the same thing. It's just that the people that watch my videos more so than not are women. So we have to consider that that's a big part of what we often experience, and the reason a lot of times moms in particular tend to have this organized type A sort of personality. It could be already there inside of you, or it could have been developed once you had all of these hats that you had to put on at the same time. You really had to learn how to get really super organized, otherwise things were going to drop, right? So here we are, and you have this personality, possibly whether you had it to begin with, like I did. I've had this type A personality since I was a kid, or maybe this is just something you've developed along the way so that you can keep all the balls in the air. But either way, you're a successful woman, but a lot of times you might be thinking, this is what I hear a lot, but why am I not able to get the results that I want? I'm successful, I'm able to get results in all these other areas of my life. I've found my spouse, I've had my children, I've had career success or success with college, and then here I am and I just can't get it done with my health goals. And so you're not alone. That's really, really, really common. And I'm going to tell you why. Your personality might actually be getting in the way a little bit, but we're going to work around that. So a lot of times with us women with the type A personality, we can really carry a lot. We've got a lot on our plates. Our to-do lists are a mile long and they're never going to go away, right? We're going to die with a to-do list that's not finished. But what happens is when we are thrown this unforeseen curveball, we can tend to spiral out of control at that point. That's where you might have periodic meltdowns like I do sometimes. I'm getting better. It's something I've been working on, but it's still a part of me. Just being honest here. And so we learn that we can't actually control everything. We try to control the other things even more so then, right? So we don't know when we're gonna get sick, like a virus or something. We don't know when our kids might get something. We can't control the weather. There could be an unforeseen travel ban to an area we're gonna be taking a vacation to, or any of these number of things could go on that are out of control. And then we sort of spiral, and that might be where we have our meltdown. But also the lack of results. So this could be where you have set possibly a goal in the past. Usually this is when people focus specifically on just the aesthetic part of it. So a lot of people will set like a weight loss goal. For example, I'm going to lose 30 pounds this month, or I'm going to lose 15 pounds before my sister's wedding, or I want to lose 5 pounds before I go away on vacation. And there's a lot, there's this timeline and often like a very specific number, let's say, of pounds you want to lose. This can be for any other goals. So even if weight loss isn't your thing, just go with me here. So a lot of times it's unrealistic to begin with, but even if it's not unrealistic to begin with, we haven't created a plan for it. So we're trying to control an outcome, but we haven't actually come up with what we're going to be doing in order to get to that goal. So here's what happens. Once we realize that the results aren't coming in as fast as we want them to, or they've come and they've gone and we've hit a plateau, or all of a sudden the vacation is starting tomorrow and you haven't lost any of your 5 pounds yet, what do you think is going to happen if you, let's say that you want to lose 5 pounds, you're going away on vacation tomorrow, and it's the day before vacation and you haven't lost weight at all? Do you think you're going to be sticking with your healthy eating plan or your exercise plan or anything? Chances are no, right? Because you've set this goal and it hasn't happened, and now your timeline is up tomorrow that you've just arbitrarily set for yourself, and so you're feeling defeated. And when we're feeling defeated, we certainly don't want to keep going on that path. So that's why we're constantly going on the bandwagon, off the bandwagon, on the bandwagon, off, right? So a lot of times it's in that need to control that we actually feel so out of control, and so we just end up giving up altogether. So this kind of seems paradoxical, but this is what happens, right? We are these perfectionists, and we really want things to go our way, and so when they're not, we just say forget about it. It's just never going to happen for us until the next time where we're willing to give it a try. But what you can do, and here's where you can work it within your personality that you already have, and then I'm going to tell you about the funny thing that ends up happening. But you can control the way that you show up, the behaviors that you take. So rather than focusing on, I want to lose 20 pounds by next month or anything like that, rather than focusing on pounds lost or a certain timeline or anything like that, what you can do is you can focus on how you're going to show up in terms of, I'm going to work out 3 times a week for 30 minutes and go even further and think about what you're going to do for those 3 times a week for 30 minutes, right? Have that plan, because you can control that you'll show up for those things. Because even if, the kids get sick one day and you were planning on going when they were in camp, but now they're going to be home from camp because they're sick, you can still do your 30 minutes while they're home. You could still do your 30 minutes maybe later in the day if your spouse is at work and your spouse will be home later, and then you can go to the gym or go out for a run or a walk or something like that. You can finagle that to make your behaviors still happen most of the time. Of course, there's going to be times where you're not going to be able to make that work. You get the flu, you're not going to be able to work out 3 times in that week, most likely, right? But that's okay, because that's a reasonable excuse. You got to always do that little check in your mind. Is this a real excuse, or is this something that's just imagined? And you can control what you eat, when you eat, those types of things. Those are things that are in your control. And so when you focus on that, this funny thing happens. I work with clients virtually. So I have a program, an online program, and we work on nutrition and fitness, and we work on mindset and emotional eating and all that stuff, right? And this funny thing happens because usually I'll have this conversation with somebody before they start. I always want to make sure it's a good fit, and we'll talk about what their goals are. And very often there is a specific outcome goal that they have. I want to lose 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 20 pounds, something like that. And without me doing anything, once they start focusing on their behaviors and they start realizing that they do have control over these behaviors, that other sort of arbitrary goal kind of goes on the back burner. So it's not that they don't really still want to feel the confidence that they think that they're going to feel from getting that weight loss. They still do. And guess what? When they're doing these certain behaviors, they're still getting their weight loss. They're still getting healthier. They're still getting all of those things. But they no longer feel so married to that time, that very specific timeline. They no longer feel so married to that specific outcome either. So a lot of times people will say, I want to lose the 50 pounds, but then they get to 40 and they're like, you know what? I'm actually really happy with this. And they get to let go of that other aspect of control because they've satisfied their type A personality with controlling their behaviors. So what happens is when we feel out of control in certain areas, this is when we want to double down and control other areas of our life. So a lot of us that have this type A personality, if you really want to get into it, right, a therapist would have a field day with us and would possibly take us back to our childhood, to a time that we felt out of control of other things, maybe certain traumas that happened, certain difficult times in our lives. A lot of times that's our story, and that's how we kind of became the way we are. So we've had this other thing happen to us that made us feel super out of control, or a difficult time in our life, and so we started controlling other things because it made us feel good. It made us feel like we were not completely out of control, right? So now when you have these behaviors and you learn how to be consistent in these healthy behaviors with your exercise, with your nutrition intake, with getting more sleep, with all those things that we know are going to make us feel better, we don't have the same need to control the outcome and the timeline and all those things as much. And it's amazing because when we give that up, when we're able to just focus on the behaviors, that's when we actually stay the course. Because remember, if you were focused on getting your 3 workouts in a week, let's just say, and you're leaving for vacation tomorrow and you're like, oh, I got 2 of my workouts in, today you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to go for that 3rd workout because I'm going away tomorrow. Or maybe you do your workout when you're away. That's good too. But my point is, you're not throwing in the towel. Whereas the person who said, I'm going to lose 5 pounds before I go away, and then now they're going away tomorrow, they're probably not going to worry about getting in their workout because their only goal was the 5-pound weight loss. And since they're not going to hit their 5-pound weight loss, they're just not doing the other things that are going to get them there. So I need you to start thinking about, you can get the results that you want. This is not about the fact that you're destined to not be confident or not feel good in your body or not have the health that you want. You will get that. You can get that. But the way to get there is to actually sort of focus less on those specific outcome-based goals and focus more, like pour all your energy on what you can do. You cannot control when you'll hit that 20-pound weight loss. There'll be ups, there'll be downs, there'll be this, there'll be that. Your body will maybe hold on to more water weight first or whatever. That stuff, a lot of that stuff is out of your control. But you can control, when are you going to work out? How many times? Maybe you're going to start going walking. Maybe you're going to start doing a couple extra flights of stairs a day. This can be tailored to wherever you are at in your health journey. If you are in a wheelchair, you can start to move your upper body more. We can really focus on moving your body more, changing up what you're eating, introducing more anti-inflammatory foods and foods that are just going to nourish your body more and fuel you at any stage in the game, right? It's all about baby steps. If you're drinking 5 sodas a day, you could start drinking 4 sodas a day. If you're drinking 2 glasses of wine every night, you could start drinking 1 glass of wine every night. There's always room for progress, and focusing on what you can do and those very tangible, specific behaviors that you can take is the key. The outcome will come. The outcome will be there, but if you just focus on the outcome, you're going to end up throwing in the towel. If you're a type A personality, organized, control freak, whatever you want to call yourself, you need to feel that you're in control of something. You might as well make it something that you actually can control, right? So start focusing on behavioral goals, action goals, things that you can do rather than results that you hope will show up. I hope that makes a lot of sense. I hope that helps you guys today. If you want more information, inspiration in the areas of wellness and weight loss, make sure that you're inside my Facebook group. It's a free group. I'm not affiliated with any sort of products or MLM companies or anything like that. It's just me sharing recipes and workouts and videos like this, even more video trainings and weekly challenges, stuff like that. It's called Healthy, Fit, and Strong with Tara Allen Health. I'm going to put the link in the comments. And if you are watching this already inside my group, thank you for joining us. Make sure you leave a comment and let me know if this is something that resonates with you. Are you a type A personality? I'd like to meet my other type A personalities in here, okay? Especially my mamas. So I will see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the 4th of July if you're here in the United States. It's a nice holiday weekend we've got coming up. And if you're not, well, I just hope you enjoy your weekend anyway. See you guys in the next video. Bye.